Stories with a Voice Like This presents Beatrice the Little Camper Gets Rescued, written by Helke and illustrated by Ackerman. I was a very lonely little camper. I spent my days by myself in a field behind an old barn. It hadn't always been this way. There was a time when I spent my weekends at the lake camping with my family. There was joy and laughter around the campfire. They sang songs and toasted marshmallows as I looked on. It was the best. But when the children in my family grew up, I wasn't used very much. Eventually, I was moved to the field behind that old barn. I was there for a very long time, and my body and looks started to go downhill. When it rained, my walls would leak. When the snow melted in spring, I would leak some more. One day, a man and his daughter came with a truck and hitched me up. They seemed so happy to see me. Could it be I was finally going to a new home to be loved again? As we drove away from my old home, I couldn't help but think of new adventures, happy families, and campfires and marshmallows. On the way to my new family's house, part of my wall came apart. My new owners pulled to the side of the road and tried to put me back together. I heard them say how excited they were for Mom to see me. When we arrived at my new home, Mr. Tuffle and his daughter, Ella, unhooked me from the truck. A while later, Mrs. Tuffle came home. She looked at my outside and then went inside. I thought she would be sad at how I looked, but she wasn't. She had the biggest smile on her face. All three of the Tuffles, and even Zoe, their dog, looked at me with smiles on their faces. Mrs. Tuffle said that I needed some TLC, that's short for tender loving care, and boy was she right. She patted me and said I was adorable. Me? Adorable? My wood cabinets were rotting and my walls were coming apart. But I guess they saw some beauty in me. My dad always said I had potential. Mr. Tuffle worked on me almost every day. Ella helped out, handing him the tools he needed. First, I got new windows and a new roof. Next, Mr. Tuffle built a new table, cupboards, and a bed for my inside. Mrs. Tuffle sewed new curtains, painted, and decorated me. The colors made me feel happier than I had in years. After my inside was finished, the Tuffles painted my outside, put new tires on me, and gave me a new name. Mrs. Tuffle decided I should be named Beatrice. She said that in French, Beatrice means traveler. That night, as I sat underneath the stars, I felt so grateful to be given a chance at a new life. My new family could see the beauty that I knew was there all along. As I closed my eyes and I drifted off to sleep, all I could dream about were the new adventures I would have and places I was going to see. I was finally a happy little camper again.